Hello my soccer gamers. As you can tell from the background, for the Champions League final I'm actually jersey-wise quite well prepared. I have 4 Inter jerseys, the 2 home shirts that you see back there, away jersey from last season, and the 3rd jersey, you know, the black and grey one that they had a long time ago, which is actually probably my favorite in the collection. Although this one has Ronaldo on the back and I have some personal connection with that as well. And for PSG, it's the team that I support in that one. I like a whole lot more than Inter, despite all my liking for Italian football. But as a Milan fan, supporting Inter is relatively hard. Of PSG, who have been in the 90s, one of my favorite teams, and I guess I'm rekindling a little bit that love for them. I have already 5 jerseys. But if you get the chance to get a jersey that is worn in the Champions League final for at least half the price, I think it's always a good opportunity to pounce. And that's exactly what happened. In this little parcel, there's one of the jerseys worn in the Champions League final for half price. So let's dig right in and get that out. I actually got this, I think, at Sports Direct, where they had a sale. And I said, the jersey is not so bad. Let's get it. It will be a nice memento. And I have to admit, I also overall like the design, so it does add something to my collection as well. So, but you know, the price was attractive, especially given that it is worn in the Champions League final, and I got it for 50, and it was just available in my size. It was a no-brainer. So, let's have a look. I guess if I open it, you will probably already know. There's not much to be seen in this dark hole. Let's grab it and you will see, of course. Is it the PSG home jersey or is it the yellow? Yes, Inter will wear yellow in the final away jersey. Well, it is PSG. It's the current PSG home jersey, and again, I got it for half price. That I'm quite happy with. It's also a PSG team that really excited me this season, I gotta say. This has been, for most of the time, especially in this year, the best team in Europe, and have played some exhilarating stuff, and also they have one of my favorite players now in Kvaratskhelia. So everything screamed that I should get this jersey. It also adds another little twist to my 2 home jerseys that I have here. This old one from '96, which to me is still the classic PSG look, but also this one that they wore the last time I wore in the Champions League final, the first time I should say, where the colors are very much the same, however the striping is slightly different. I do like the sponsor on this one, however. Let's open this one up and compare. So here we go. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Nike jerseys that have been released now have a little stretch to them, which I find rather weird. But yeah, this is all about the main design, which is the famous design that PSG had, however a little bit slimmer. And I guess this is what kind of attracted me. We have here the classic with the broad red center stripe. Here we have it a little bit thinner. This one is an iteration that just went probably a tad too far, but honestly it doesn't also not look too bad. But I thought this is a little bit more classic. What's not classic is of course this paintbrush design, but it's also interesting, so I don't mind it. And even some credit where credit should be due. Look at the transition to the sponsor. There's actually, the gap is also with the paintbrush effect. I don't like the gap, but that actually is nicely done. It's like you took the brush, or maybe you took it this way, and then here and here, and you have this effect on there as well. Is it the prettiest? Would I prefer it a little bit more geometrically? Probably, but I overall like this jersey quite some. Of course, I wish that we had this stripe also on the back. However, I gotta say that the Champions League jerseys, the name set looks to kind of replicate this look as well. And I find that rather interesting and cool. So maybe it's not too bad if you have a name set, the Champions League name set here on the back. Makes it actually look decent. I really would like to get Kvaratskhelia. I just have to see where I can get this name set. Other than that, it's nothing really special. I don't have any sleeve patches here or here. It is this collar that we had that could be in 2 colors, like this round collar, but it is all in 1 color, so it doesn't really matter. As I said, stretchy material, and yeah, on the back we have a little French flag, and in the center it says Paris Saint-Germain, so really nothing special overall, but you know, it's a nice design, and it will be worn in the Champions League final. Okay, it is obvious I'm leaning PSG in this final. I have to say, if I compare these two, I mean, that one, I really like the navy blue with the red. I mean, the royal blue is nice, but you know, the French flag now also switched back to navy blue, so I can get on board with that one. The only thing I would change on this one is that the stripe goes all the way through, but hey, we cannot get everything in this modern world that we want, I would argue. Yeah, I'm leaning PSG in the final. Full disclosure, I have been looking into getting a yellow Inter jersey because Inter will play in yellow, and I don't necessarily like this current third jersey. It actually looks kind of weird, but I had one 2 seasons ago that I actually thought was quite nice. And yeah, I was hoping to pick it up somewhere, but I guess this will not happen. So the white jersey will have to do for most of my coverage. I'm afraid that now I have two PSG jerseys that have played in the Champions League final and both were on the losing side. I have at least one PSG jersey that won a trophy against Rapid Vienna. So there you go. In any case, please let me know what you think about this jersey here. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like these. And I'll talk to you soon with more things in my soccer universe. Bye! Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, here are some videos and playlists that you may enjoy too. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the little bell icon so you get notified whenever something happens in my soccer universe. And with that, have a wonderful day. Bye!